What's up guys, Paul Costa with Achilles Tactical, back on the range with another video to help you on your shooting journey. Today, we're going to be talking about building consistent reloads. Building consistent reloads. Reload consistency is king, right? Speed is great, but I'd rather have a slightly slower speed on my reload that is consistent, that I know I can nail every time, than 3 out of 10 I crush and then I biff the other ones, right? When you mess up a reload, that's going to lose a lot of time. We want to make sure we're getting that gun back in the fight as soon as possible, whether this is shooting targets in competition or whether it's trying to protect ourselves or our loved ones, right? So what I've been playing with when shooting different guns, traditionally for a long time I shot Glocks, and I never really realized that those guns reloaded very easy until I started switching to different platforms, right? Guns like the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0, extremely difficult to reload. This is where I started playing with index points and things that I'm going to bring up today to help you with that. Same thing with the Walther PDP. When you take off the mag well, it's an extremely tight area that's just metal on metal, and that makes it very difficult if you're slightly off. So the steel mags on these tighter lips are difficult. So I started searching in my dry fire, just like, hey, how can I build in consistency? And what I found was that I needed to build in contact reference points, just like I did with my draw stroke, right? So everyone's very familiar with contact reference points for their draw stroke. Well, I took that concept and now I'm applying it to reloads for guns that are a little bit more difficult. Glock, Gen 5 Glocks with the open flared weld and the polymer mags, you could pretty much just send heat at those things and they're gonna go in, right? But for you guys that are shooting some of the guns that are a little bit tighter, this will definitely help you. So, contact reference points. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm trying to accomplish a consistent spot where the gun's always going to be. I found this was very helpful on movement, right? So as I was running into a position or out of a position, there was a lot of variables depending on where I put my hands. So what I was trying to find was a very consistent spot, regardless of whether I was moving or static, that I would nail that reload. Now, the downfall of this technique is that it requires me to take the gun off the target farther, so then I have a farther index. But I'm not losing much. You lose maybe about 1/10 or so. But for me, I felt like losing that 1/10 to bit consistency was worth it. So this is how I go about doing it. And you might have to find out little different variations of what your contact reference points are. But here's the nuts and bolts of it. So this gun's dry. When I have my grip, when I go to break the gun down, obviously the first thing that I want to do is I want to go for my second mag and drop the magazine from the gun simultaneously. So the hand breaks off, I hit the mag release. As I'm hitting this, I'm indexing my mag here. This is part of building consistency here. I want to make sure I'm indexing this mag the same exact way. The way I like to do it is I like to swoop down, lead with my index finger, make sure I get the base pad of the mag inside the palm of my hand like that. This helps greatly. If I index the mag like this will also breed consistency. If I grab it a little bit wonky or different ways, that changes how it goes when I insert it. So I want to make sure this is the same every time. From here, once I index that and I drop the mag, I want to bring this gun slightly here. What I do is I find if I put my tricep right to my rib, whether I'm moving or I'm just static, this puts the gun in this same spot. Now, for me, I like to just tense my wrist up and roll the gun over. Once again, this is adding a little bit more movement to the gun, but it gives me a good spot visually where I can lock my eyes to, and with my index finger leads a very good consistent reload to get the gun back up and then presented. All right, so the contact reference point for my firing hand is as soon as the tricep touches my body, that gives me a consistent spot here. I rotate the wrist, support hand, indexes the mag deep in the palm, and index finger forward. Eyes driving to the mag well here, and then inserting, reestablishing the grip, and coming back up. All right, so now we'll do this real time, and you guys can see what this looks like. All right, we'll try to put a little bit more speed on that now. All right, hopefully you guys could see the technique there, right? It's a little bit more methodical, but it ensures a little cleaner reload. Now, obviously, if you add a little bit more hand speed to that, you're going to get a faster result. So we'll add a little bit more hand speed now to that. All right, that's see what the reload is. So that reload's not blazing fast. That's a 127. We'll see if we can get that a little bit faster. Realistically, as long as I can be under 1.5 all the time, I'm good with that. The 1 second reload is definitely great, right? But it's not on demand for me yet. So I like to make sure that I'm under 1.5. Nonetheless, this is YouTube, so we're gonna go for the 1 second. Let's see what happens. It's probably slightly off. Yep, that's a 117 for the reload. Let's see if we can get a little more out of that. We're losing time, guys, right? As we bring the gun in so far, we have to present the gun back up and get another confirmation level, right? So I'm definitely losing a little bit of time there, but you can see it breeds a very consistent reload. And like we said in the beginning, consistency is better than, you know, getting a home run 3 out of 10 times. Nonetheless, let's just see if with that same technique, we can really put some hand speed on it and get that really fast time. Yeah, guys, 117, that's about what I'm probably gonna be able to do today with it being nice and cold, getting these hands moving, and with that index. There's some limitations with that to really get that, that 1 second reload, because you're taking the gun out of the fight so far to build in consistency. Nonetheless, I do think it's valuable. And for me and what I do, I think that's worth a consistent 117, 120s around there is way more worth than an inconsistent 1 second reload. So play with it, check it out. Maybe you guys can, with that same technique, you got a little faster hand speed, you can get that, that 1 second reload. Tag us on IG and we'll repost it, man. I'd love to see it. If this video helped you, throw it in the comments. If you have any questions further and you want me to dive in a little bit more detail, throw that in the comments and we'll see you back with another episode.